With that tray filled, I'm going to stick a thermometer just like under one of the bananas. I think I'll go into the bottom layer on top of banana, so it's kind of between two layers of banana. Since the bananas are thin, can't really get one inside the banana. And then that one's ready for the freeze dryer. Okay, so I'm going to do another tray of bananas. And previously I have cut them as circles, like this picture of an earlier batch. But you've got to be careful, because if you make them too thick, they are very hard and very difficult to use. So I cut another set where I cut them in half and then cut them lengthwise, and that was a little slow. So I thought this time I would just simply cut them along the curve. And then when I get to the edge, just switch that angle, and it seems to be a very fast way to accomplish it. And then I'm putting them into some water with fruit fresh. You can use fruit fresh. Some people use lemon juice. You gotta kind of use what you have. And the thinner slices cut this way seem to be more fragile, which is a good thing when you go to use them, because then they'll break apart easier. And you really can do them as thin as you want. But I definitely find thinner ones work better when you go to use them. Okay. Again, going both ways, and just fill up the pan. And doing this way, I'm getting about 7 of these nice sized bananas on each tray. And keep working them till there's 2 full layers. You can see you've got them layered up, 2 layers deep, and I just continue until it's filled. And you can do them directly onto the freeze-dried trays or onto cookie sheets. You can plainly see the empty spot, and right now it says it's negative 22 in there. Put that in there, and get the other tray. So that top one, first one I put in, is already down to about 24 degrees. So it's chilling nicely this way, because this thing is cold. Okay, I got the last tray ready to go in. And this is one of the rare times that I did not pre-freeze the food, because the freeze dryer happened to be empty at this moment, and it gets so cold that I thought it would be a great way to freeze it, because I pre-chilled the freeze dryer to more than 40 below before I started putting the food in, so that I could freeze it as quickly as possible. Okay, you can see it says it's 17, 18 degrees. It's going up a little bit because I just put warm food in there. Food that was about 60 degrees. So I'll watch that, and I'll make sure that it gets to at least 40 below before it starts. I'll add time if I need to. I can always subtract time if there's extra time. That's what it looks like when I put the food in when it's not frozen. So all that ice forms on there. It's very pretty. Try to go up the side and across the top. It's kind of hard to light it in there. Come down the other side. Well, it's the next morning, and of course the bananas were finished, I don't know, 2 in the morning or something. I could have stopped them earlier before I went to bed and tested them, and maybe they were done. They probably were. But then I'd have to bag them, and I really didn't feel like it, so I just let it stop in the middle of the night, and now I'll restart it so that the trays warm up. Say add more dry time and continue. And it says it's negative 61 in there, so it's really chilly. So give that a couple hours. It's all rewarmed now. With the trays rewarmed, I open the drain valve and let the air in. Now I can take the bananas out and check to make sure they are dry. So the bananas are nice and dry now, and they come apart nicely. Some of the sugars have really cooked, I think. And they definitely break easily. They don't come apart as easily as I was hoping, so they stuck pretty well. Probably if I'd pre-froze them separate and then piled them on there, that would be a better plan. I'll do that next time. Anyway, it'll work and they'll break up easily. Oh, those are delicious. I'm gonna bag these. So that's 2 ounces of banana in there. That's a good amount of banana. I'm going to see what that looks like. Okay, so this is 2 ounces of banana. So that's a good amount of banana. Okay, that's 2 ounces of banana in each one of them, I think. Okay, so I'm using these oxygen absorbers. These are 500cc oxygen absorbers, which is overkill for these bags, but I don't mind overkill. By using the 500cc ones, I don't have to have more than one kind or size of oxygen absorber, because that's mostly I'm just bagging the pint, the quart, and the 2 quart. Well, these are plenty of oxygen absorber for 2 quart. So I don't have to worry about, is it enough? I can just have one size and it's going to be good for everything I'm doing. And I think that outweighs having to worry about, did I get the right one in it? So, and then get these closed right away and then seal them. So just because you have zipper bags doesn't mean you can get away with not heat sealing. You still need to heat seal it because the zipper won't stop all of the air or all of the oxygen. If I was just going to use it for a test or a snack, I wouldn't have to heat seal it or put an oxygen absorber if I'm using them right away. I like to let it sit there for just a few seconds to let that seal cool just a little bit before I take it out. So now that the food's been checked and it's all dry, now I can put the fan in the door for defrosting. This defrosts it quite nice in just a couple hours.